We're going to graph them. Okay, ready? Let me zoom in. All right. Let's refresh our memory about a square root. Square root. All right, let's remember it is f of x equals a, then what? Square root of x minus h, and then the outside plus, okay. H and K is not a vertex, it's your what point? Starting point, good. H also tells us our what shift? Horizontal shift. Do I have to write out the word horizontal? Can I put HS? HS, okay. And your K tells you your what? Vertical shift, good. Horizontals which way? Left, right, verticals, up and down, just in case. If your A is positive, you have a shooting star, if you want to think of it that way. It's your shooting star. Remember, it kind of goes up, off into Neverland. If your A is negative, we can call it a what star? We can call it a falling star, right? Because it kind of looks like this. It just starts, and then it like, have you ever seen like a, where they look like they're falling instead of like going up? Like an airplane almost. Okay, what is domain? Domain is special in this one. What is it referencing? H. To where? Infinity, positive infinity, good. Range is based off what though? It's based off of, I thought I heard it. K. So if you have a positive A, remember it looks like this. You're kind of shooting off into space. Where are you starting? At where? At K. And you're going to where? Positive infinity. But if you're negative, you kind of look like, I can't really do it, but you like start here and you go like that, right? So you're starting here and then you're dropping down. If you're negative, where are you starting? Negative infinity. And you're going to where? That one, you're going to k. Good? I'm going to call it example 1 because we're only going to do square roots first. So we're going to call it example 1, but there's 2 different ones. So there's an A because there's going to be 2 different types. So your directions are going to say state the starting point, horizontal shift, vertical shift, domain, and range. Good? And then you have to what? Then you have to graph, just so we don't forget. All right, so our function we're going to start with is f of x equals negative square root x plus 3 plus 1. So we get f of x equals the negative square root of x plus 3, then plus 1. If you're good, check with the person next to you. Check. Check, check, check. I should hear you talking. Check with the neighbor. Ready? What's your starting point? Negative 3 comma 1. Why is it negative 3? Because it's always the opposite. Good. All right, so next is horizontal shifts. I am horizontally shifting how much? Left how many? Left 3. Vertical shift is what? Up 1. Yeah? Okay, what's next? What's next? Domain? What's your domain? -3 to positive infinity. Good. And what's our range? First of all, is it shooting star or falling star? Falling. Good. So what's our range? 2? Good. So let's graph it. We're going to go -3, 1, 2, 3, and +1, which is here. And it's going to what? It's going to fall. Who had it right? No, some of you did. Good. All right, second example. Let's do another one. Hopefully you get this one. F of x equals radical, so square root of x minus 2 minus 1. So f of x equals the square root of x minus 2 minus 1. Same rules. Make sure you graph. Ready? Put your phone away in your bag. Starting point. Starting point's what? 2, -1. Good. Horizontal shift. That's all I hear. What? Right, 2. Thank you. Vertical shift. Down 1. All right, what's next? Domain. What's your domain? 2 to positive infinity. Good. And range. First of all, is it shooting star or falling star? Good. It's shooting star. So what's your range? -1 to positive infinity. Good. Graphing this loveliness over on the side. That's a very bad graph, but we'll pretend it's not. To -1 right here. And you went where? Well, kind of out of room. Like that? Or something like that? Probably more of a curve. Mine is just kind of here. Yes? We good? Question? All right, next. So we did square root, so let's go to what's left? cube root. If I could turn the page, there we go. Let's go to cube root. All right, let's refresh our memory of a cube root. This one is f of x equals a cubic root of x minus h plus k. Almost identical, except for the cubic versus a square root. Okay? Now our h and k is no longer a starting point. It's called a critical point. We're still going to need it, but it's a critical point because it's located in the middle. Okay? H still determines what? Your horizontal shift, which is left and right. And V still determines, or K still determines your vertical shift. I'm saying V for vertical, which is up and down. Positive A, we're going to say it reflects up. Reflects up. So in other words, we know it is increasing. And negative A reflects down. So in other words, it's what? Decreasing. Who remembers what your domain is? Negative infinity, positive infinity, good. What's your range? Negative infinity, positive infinity, same. Good. And let's remember the graph is side to side, not up and down. Okay? All right, so example 2 was going to be cubics. The first one is going to say f of x equals negative cubic root x minus 1 minus 1. So remember, you're going to state your critical point, your horizontal shift, your vertical shift, your reflection, which way it's going, your domain, and your range, and then graph it. So the critical point, the horizontal shift, the vertical shift, the reflection, if it's reflect up, reflect down, domain, range, and graph. Check with the neighbor. Check with the neighbor. Check with your partner. Ready? Okay. Who's still working? Okay. All right, let's start. We need to. All right, so what is your critical point? 1, comma, -1. Good. Okay. What is your horizontal shift?
Right 1.
What is your vertical shift? What is your reflection? Reflect up or down? Why down?
Because it's negative.
Good, because it's negative. Dun, 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 dun. What's else? Domain. And range. They're the same. So what are they? Negative infinity to positive infinity for both. Yes? Good? Question? Let's graph. All right. Where are we starting? 1, -1, which is our critical point, which just says you have some above it and some below it. So, like that. Well, this should be pointing like that way. There we go. Yeah? One more. Let's see if I can squeeze it in here. F of x equals cubic root x plus 4 minus 1. F of x equals the cubic root of x plus 4 minus 1. All right. Oops. Yeah. Critical point. Negative 4, comma. Positive 1 or negative 1? Negative 1. Horizontal shift. Left 4. Vertical shift. Down 1. Reflect up or reflect down? Why? Why? Positive what? Positive A, good. Domain and range, same? Negative infinity 2? Positive infinity, good. My infinities are looking more and more crazy. There we go. All right, critical point is at negative 4, negative 1. Negative 4, negative 1. We're going which way? Reflecting up, so we're kind of coming and curving out. Yeah? Good? Questions? Easy. All right, I'm done. Tomorrow, if you run out of room here for your summary, I have index cards. You'll just attach it inside, okay? Because I squeezed mine all the way in, so you may be really close to the bottom as well. Your homework is a worksheet. Shocker. It is 2 sets. If you want to write on paper, you can, but I think most of you fit it in here perfectly fine. The graphs are kind of small, but it works. Ouch.